All family don't tell the truth.
Once you go down a road, it's very hard to turn around and go back.
But it's so easy,
Now smokers.
I will make it easy for him. All he's got to do is look at me and say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, okay, but
Privately, doesn't have to
There
be
you go.
publicly, doesn't have to be broadcasted, does not need to be put in print.
Little less.
All he's got
yeah,
to
but
do
then
is
that's
just
not fair to the real fans, but with the real love, because now you're suppressing something.
The only thing I don't
that,
like is
honestly,
this blue and
they're
pink
looking to you to
background.
tell them the truth.
And you can
Okay.
tell them the
It's cool
truth
because it
without
gives
killing
us-
somebody.
Gives them background.
That's my attitude.
Gives it
I
character
mean,
in
I
the
can,
background.
I can look
see
at
there,
somebody
look
and
at
say,
that.
you're a
See that?
worthless, blah, 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 blah. Or I can look at somebody and say, you know, you don't have much value.
So much.
Go get help.
Exactly. It's kind of look.
Well,
It's kind of.
yeah, I don't even know why I'm commenting, because it's your situation.
I'm thinking because you know, it's kind of like calling somebody a liar. You can look at somebody and say, "You're nothing but a
there we
dirty,
go.
filthy liar." Those are fighting words. You're going to go to the wall with that words.
That's good.
Somebody's going to want to pick a fight with you.
Yeah, we don't want to
Or
cut
you
the
can
head
look
off.
at that person.
No, no,
and
no.
say,
I was
you
what I
know,
was doing Yeah, was yeah, I I was got showing you. you the frame lines up with that.
I'm sorry you're mistaken,
All right.
and I'm sorry that you've got a different perspective. But you're telling non-truths.
Different reality.
Okay,
Now
you're
it's
telling
good.
non-truths, and nobody's going to fight you over that.
Right here.
I mean, God used liar in the Bible.
This one.
God hates a liar. Well, I'm not God. I don't want to hate anybody.
Shut this off until the very end. Okay.
But I'm going to tell the truth. And that includes the Stanley brothers and what went down. But there's a way I know how to do it in such a way that it's going to be politically
and
correct.
God bless you for that.
Well, I feel that that's.
I don't give a shit what people think, so
I know.
I'm a little bit more blunt.
I know, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He's not going to want to be equal with me.
Well,
Because he's not going to want to be able to deal with the pride.
Phone charger, what you do with
He
that?
knows.
then he's gonna
It's in the
die.
bathroom.
That's right. And he knows, John. He knows what the real truth is. Otherwise, he'd stand up to me and tell me I wasn't on schedule that night. I wasn't supposed to be there, and I could prove it.
Well, he would have said something.
Look all right?
He would have said something the next day. Okay, one question, but he knew he fucked up.
And he said it before. I killed him. That's what he said.
No, he didn't kill him.
He didn't kill him. But let's say, you could say he was a contributor to this.
Well, yeah, 10, 15 minutes different. Any time would have, you never know what it would have done.
Exactly.
But we
So-
both know
Yeah,
that
it's in the bathroom.
he wanted to go. He was done. You know, he asked God to bring me home. I'm done with all this.
Okay.
And, you know, who's to go against the wish?
Yeah. Well, they're doing your sound checks now, so we're going to keep talking. So I think that it would really behoove us. So we'll reach out to him 3 or 4 times. If he doesn't reach back, I did my due
Yeah, he
diligence.
tried.
No, I did my due diligence. I tried. And he can't come back and say, well, you trashed me in your book. No, I didn't. I told the truth in my book. And you didn't come to talk to me about it. Remember, I gave you that opportunity.
I came to Vegas and everything.
You were my father's brother,
Stepbrother.
stepbrother. Which means that you were what to me?
Stepbrother?
No. What is a stepbrother to your father to a
My boy, that's gotta be silenced.
That's me. I gotta turn those. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that would
not
make me a cousin,
My babes.
or half a stepbrother,
Half brother.
right? Because that would make him an uncle.
half uncle, or
Yeah. So my attitude is this: I gave you, because out of courtesy to you, being a half uncle, an opportunity to come and talk to me.
That's
You
not-
chose not to do that, and I'm really sorry about that, but I've got nothing else to say about it. And that's the end of it. What do you think, Dr. Danger?
I think we're about ready to shoot this thing.
Yeah.
So, hold on, ask everybody to silence their phone. please.
Everybody's phones are on
Okay, hold
vibrate.
on, everybody be quiet. We're gonna take 3.
You ready?
Recording. Yeah, record. Everything's
where
great.
he's gonna swallow a rock.
Leave it alone. Now we're done.
Damn.
You have a
Be the
phone.
same day.
He has a phone.
We won't
We
go.
want to avoid. Yeah, never mind that plastic. Just spitting. You don't even have to put it in the bag there, Michael. Thank you.
You got him telling the story about the decoys?
Nice poems.
That's one of the,
Okay, good.
My phone's on. Hold on.
Yeah? Yeah? Can I turn it into coins? Would you come with me and spend that money on me?
You getting silly on me?
I am. So, we got. What are you telling us tonight?
Who?
You.
I have no goddamn idea.
Well, one of the things I definitely want you to talk about is the decoy operation.
well, we'll get to that. Let's start with how you got into this whole mess. Let's do like 5 minutes of
What, meaning
background
Michael?
on how you got to be in the position to where you had a chance to meet Mike.
John, can you put it on the table there? That's for you in case you need any water, please. Kick that little piece of paper off the table. Thank you, John. So you want me to record?
You don't want water, do you?
No.
Let's get that fucking thing out there.
Oh, guys, make up your mind.
You're ready. You want me to
Well,
record?
he just said get rid of the
He
water.
doesn't need water. He said he doesn't
It's
need
not
water.
in the shot.
It's, okay.
You want me to
All
record?
right.
Record?
Yeah, make sure your
Absolutely.
phone's on silent,
I
okay?
mean, not to hire you by the hour.
I'm trying to get the recorder. Hold on.
I mean, okay. Oh.
This is
Found
a,
it.
Well,
There we go.
the story about Michael's a lot longer than just a few minutes.
on Elvis.
No, you said how
Well,
I
I'm
met
sorry.
Michael.
Yeah, let's start with, it's been a long day.
Believe,
And
I understand.
And this guy I'm with is a pain in the ass. And so,
Which one? Because I can't see anybody right now.
I know.
Okay.
Talk to Jason. I mean, Jason's how I met Michael. We had a fight on the phone. I yelled at this poor kid. Not I didn't know who he was.
Well, tell him about how you were notified that something was amiss with Shadow Productions. Somebody called you and said
No,
somebody
he
was
didn't call me.
using.
I got these emails. I mean, I got messages on Facebook.
Yeah, that somebody was using your name.
Yeah, well, that one lady that was a constant pain in the ass, that had, what, 600 emails, different names and shit,
Yeah,
contacted me.
wait a minute. We got to make that point. One individual had 600
Yeah.
emails, individual identities on Facebook, and running them all.
Bonnie something the other was the one that she contacted me through.
And I know this to be fact because they were talking to me under one of those emails, and she inadvertently sent me the way she was doing it. She says, "Oh, here, all you got to do is make up the emails on Facebook, and they won't know who you are. And this is how I keep track of it all. This has got the password. Here's your names, and you just put this all down. Just make sure that you keep a list of everything, and then you can keep track of all 500." And she sent me the form.
Telephone.
And not very bright either.
No.
All right. Tell us how you met Elvis. Let's start with that. How did you meet Elvis? Say, I met Elvis, and go from there.
I met Elvis a few times in '76, stopping at Grayson. I was the truck driver, and I would run from Illinois, Chicago, down south. Since I didn't want to pay the state for the right to run through it, I would skip the scales. Highway 51 runs right, that is Elvis Presley Boulevard. There is well, back then, there was a huge parking lot and just a 7-Eleven, what we call today, but a convenience store across the street from Graceland that was open all night. Very easy for truckers to pull in, had great coffee. And I'd stop, get some coffee. One night, 2, 3 in the morning, I got a big cup of coffee, and I'm looking at people across the street by the gates. They're taking pictures, cars are coming, cars are going. since my wife at that time, family, was all from Tennessee, all I heard about was Elvis. I wasn't even really a fan. So I walked over and I'm just looking around like a dumb stand-byer. And Vester came out the door, his uncle, who ran security. And he could, oh my, he said, I'd kill for a cup of coffee. I'm like, I ain't no problem. So I ran across and got him another big coffee. Brought it over, he opened up the gates. In I go, we sit down the guardhouse. And we sit down and we ended up talking like at 6 in the morning. So I had to haul ass, keep going. So that started me going to Graceland. Every time I'd run through one way or the other, I'd stop, because I always ran that time of night, and grab Vester some coffee, or Roger, the times that Roger was working there. And we would just sit and we would shoot the shit about truck driving. He'd tell me Elvis stories, and Elvis was a truck driver and how he liked big rigs and stuff like that. And one early morning hour, you heard this beep, and in the guardhouse, Vester would sit in this one chair and he'd lean back on the back two legs. He just leans back, hits the button, and the gate opens up. I goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Ah, the boys home." Gates open up, car pulls up. Vester opens the door, the window comes down, Elvis in there, "Hey, Vester, how you?" And I'm looking over out the door and I go, "That's Elvis Presley." Vester, he said, "Well, yeah, he lives here, say hi." And I couldn't say shit, my mouth was open. I don't know why. You look back on it, it's kind of like, and he goes, "This the truck driver?" And he goes, "Yeah, this is John. Can he talk?" "Yeah." "Well, tell him, talk to me when he could talk." Up he went. And periodically, those encounters happen. And then one time I was there, he said, "Elvis wants to talk to you."